Earlier this year, I tried every single bag from the viral brand Polene. And clearly, you all loved the honest tea on what is totally worth it and what you can skip. But since then, Polene has dropped new styles, new colors, and yep, new price points. So I decided to fly back to their NYC flagship to try on every one of their newest releases, so you don't waste your time or your money. I'm rating these bags across 4 real-life categories, letting you know if the quality still lives up to the hype or if things have changed. And trust me, you'll want to stay until the end because I will reveal which bag was good enough to actually make it into my own closet. Let's get into it. Welcome to the Polene flagship of NYC. There are quite a few new styles and colors to show you today, so let's dive into Polene's newest drop, the Numero Neuf East West bag. This is the new, longer version of the very popular Numero Neuf bag, where the OG features a compact design with top handle and crossbody strap. The Numero Neuf East West is very much a shoulder bag, and I think this makes a lot of sense given the popularity of East-West bags at the moment, and I think the design translates well into this reimagined elongated shape. There's a lot of really cute colors to choose from, but I do think my favorite is this seasonal black cherry shade, which is so sophisticated. And while I love the look of the original bag, I do think that this new version is a bit more practical. Number one, it has a zipper, which is really nice for extra security, and because of its longer shape, it is a lot easier to get in and out of compared to the OG version. I also think this looks cooler as a shoulder bag, whereas the regular Numero Neuf, it seems rather awkward as a crossbody style, and that is the main reason that people buy that bag, at least according to the sales associates. The leather seems durable, but I think that due to the curved folds of the bag, I personally would opt for a darker color just to prevent color transfer along those edges. I don't really have anything bad to say about this bag. I think it's really cute. I think it's functional, seems durable. It is definitely Sofia approved. For aesthetics, I'm gonna give this bag a 4 out of 5. I think it's really beautiful, looks fairly unique, nothing groundbreaking, but a very beautiful bag. For functionality, I'm also gonna give it a 4 out of 5. It is more functional than the original version. Quality and craftsmanship, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. Definitely above average, very good quality. Nothing groundbreaking or surprising here, but still really good. And value for money, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think it's definitely well priced. Not a steal of a deal, but still really good for a total score of 3.87. And by the way, if you would like to shop along with me today, I will have all of these products linked in the description box down below, which you can access by tapping on the title of the video. I will also have a QR code here that you can scan for a full shopping guide. If you find this video helpful, clicking and purchasing through my links does support my channel, so thank you so much. Next up is the Mokki bag. In my last video, a lot of you were asking about the Mokki bags. This is a style that I did not get to try on, and I was kind of sad about because I really love the look of this bag. It sort of looks like draped fabric, very unique, very sculptural, very Polene in my opinion. The Mokki comes in 2 different sizes, with the smaller one being the most popular at this store. Both of the sizes come with a crossbody strap, and I love that these bags also come with feet as well. And I will say the leather felt pebbled and very scratch resistant. The smaller size is small, but you can definitely fit a phone and a decent amount of things inside. If they hadn't included that little divider in the middle, you definitely could fit a lot more, but I do suppose it helps with organization. It's more of like an everyday crossbody size. Now the larger size will fit considerably more, but I can kind of see this one getting a little bit heavy when full, especially because there is a lot of leather to this bag just on its own. It does have a little bit of weight to it. Overall, I love the look and design of these bags, and I think that they're fairly priced. But the thing is, because of their shape, I don't think that they look very good cross-body. Do you see how they kind of bulge away from my body? It's really not a clean look. They are very boxy, especially the larger one. I don't think it looks good cross-body. It looks much better worn top handle. I actually think that Polene should make a soft version of this bag, and then instead of it being top handle, they should add a shoulder strap. So that way we can get the cool look of the draped leather, but in a more functional and aesthetically pleasing way. Comment down below and let me know if you agree. I think that would be so cute. So overall for aesthetics, I'm gonna give this bag bag a 5 out of 5. I think the design is really unique and beautiful and sculptural and wonderful. 5 out of 5. For functionality, I'm gonna give it a 2.5. I don't think that these look super great crossbody. I also feel like the divider in the middle kind of takes away some of the capacity. Quality and craftsmanship, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5 because I'm actually really impressed with the way that these are put together, and they definitely have that luxury feel. Value for money, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. I think these are pretty fairly priced for a total score of 4. And if you are enjoying this video, please give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel, which is all about everyday luxury. I help you find your next favorite bag, beauty, or accessory that makes you feel luxurious every single day without wasting hundreds or thousands of dollars. I try these products so that you don't have to and cut through the hype to show what is truly worth it. So hit that subscribe button for more content just like this. Now let's head over to the front of the store and take a look at some of the seasonal versions of the Polene bestsellers. I love this chocolate brown with the contrast stitching. I think last time I was here, they just had the black with the contrast stitching, but there's something about this espresso brown that I love. It's like a dark chocolate or espresso brown. Really, really sophisticated, and yeah, I don't know, there's just something about the contrast stitching that I really like. This is the larger size of the Cyme, and take a look at this. They're doing like sweater versions of this bag. This is the larger size, and then they've got the smaller one right here. It's the same sizes as always. It's just in this sweater material. I don't know, I feel like maybe this would start to pill. You can already tell on this floor model that it's kind of like, I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment down below. This looks a little bit sloppy to me. I would just get makeup and coffee all over this bag, but it is super duper cute. They also have the sweater bags in this cement gray, so that's an option as well. I will say they are super duper soft. Like, this is totally a cozy fall winter vibe. I do think it would make a really cool statement. I just don't know like how practical these are. They also don't have any like feet or leather on the bottom, so I mean, you want to be careful like where you put this down. Just brought this over to the window so you guys can see this in the natural light. I love this black cherry color. I believe they brought this out last year, and I remember it selling out really quickly, and it looks like they brought it back in a couple of styles. They've got it here in the Cyme tote. They have it in the Numero Neuf, I believe. They have it in just a couple of limited styles. So I would definitely snatch this up if you ever see it for sale, because this color sells out really quickly. There's no contrast stitching on this one, but I love that really beautiful black cherry tone. It's almost like a neutral, but something a little bit different than like a black or a brown, for example. Next is the Tonka bag. This one looks like a little bean, does it not? A cute little bean. This is another crossbody option from Polene that kind of gives me chic equestrian vibes. Now, unlike the Mokki bags, I think that this one lays a bit more naturally along the body and is a really good size for every day. There's no divider in this one, so you actually can fit a little bit more than the small Mokki bag. I really like the pretty gold hardware detail on this one, and one of the great things about this bag is that it is convertible. So not only can you wear it crossbody, but I love that you can convert it into a shoulder bag as well. I don't think this bag looks too casual, even though it is a crossbody. I actually think that carrying it on the shoulder is a really great way to make it look a little bit more dressy, to go from day to night. And I also think it depends on what color you go with. One thing that I want to mention, however, is the closure of this bag. The closure is basically two overlapping flaps of leather that are secured with a magnet. To me, it feels very secure. I like the clean look of this design, but it's just something that I like to mention because I think there's some customers out there who prefer a zipper or maybe something that's like a little bit more open and easy to get in and out of. I like how secure this closure is, and it doesn't really bother me, but it is something that I like to mention because perhaps it might annoy you. There were a lot of nice colors to choose from in the store. I'm really not sure which one is my favorite, however. These are so cute. So we have the camel, kind of like a lighter brown. This is the cognac, kind of like a richer saddle brown, and then we have here the taupe, which is coming up a little bit white on camera, but it's a very sophisticated, I would say it's more of a gray, a taupey gray. Comment down below, let me know which color is your fave. So overall for the Tonka bag, I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 5 for aesthetics. I think it's a really beautiful bag and also more unique than the other crossbody bags that I typically see in stores and out on the street. For functionality, I'm also going to give it a 5 out of 5. I think this one is great for every day, but I love the fact that you can convert it into a shoulder bag to kind of go from day to night or just to switch up the look. For quality and craftsmanship, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5. And for value for money, I'm gonna give it a 4.5 out of 5. I think it is well priced for a total score of 4.6. This bag is definitely Sophia approved. So I brought you over here to the window. I just want to show you this seasonal color called red clay. As you can see, redder than the, I believe this is the cognac color here on the right in the belt bag. It has a red undertone. It's like a red earth type of shade. Really, really beautiful. I feel like if you like warm tones, this would be a good option if you want like an interesting, more unusual neutral to mix into your wardrobe. So I just wanted you to get a better look here at this specific color. Next up is the Neyu. So this is a bum bag style or belt bag, fanny pack as some of us may say, whatever you like to call it. And just like most Polene designs, this one has a very sculptural shape made from folded leather. I did notice that this leather is a lot smoother and less pebbled than most of the other styles available. I think that this bag lies very cleanly and comfortably along the body. It looks quite nice and a little bit more dressy also for like a bum bag versus something more sporty. I also like the luxurious suede interior, but this bag is not my favorite and I will tell you why. You access the bag from the back of the bag and I find this to be kind of awkward and cumbersome. If I need to find something stuck in there, I'm just imagining how awkward I'm going to look trying to fish it out. You have to kind of go behind the bag, but the bag is lying along your body, so it's kind of hard to do. Now this means that the bag is super secure because everything is kept very close to the body, but personally I am not a huge fan and I am an avid bum bag wearer, I should mention. The second thing that I don't like is the price. $720 for a bum bag? That seems really steep, especially because it's not like a big bag or a complicated design. Like, what is going on here, Polene? That is a lot. I don't think it's bad quality or anything. I just don't think it's really worth it. I would instead recommend number one, the bum bags from Hammett. This is an LA-based brand. I recently visited their store in Manhattan Beach and purchased one of their bum bags. These are super nice, guys. The leather is so soft and smooshy. I love to wear this daily when I'm running errands. It's like one of my most worn bags. Also, the Atelier Auguste Roquette bag. This one is going to be a bit dressier. So if you want something that, you know, can kind of go with like a more elevated look, my sister has this bag and she really likes it. So those would be my two recommendations for something that's really good quality in that mid-range price point, but not $720. So I will also link those down below and in my shopping guide. So overall, for the Neyu bag, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 for aesthetics. I think it looks really good. For functionality, I'm personally gonna give this a 2 out of 5. I don't think that the zipper in the bag really makes much sense and it's gonna be hard to get your things in and out of. For quality and craftsmanship, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it's definitely above average, but really doesn't blow me away with the construction. And value for money, I'm gonna give it a 1 out of 5 because I just think that this bag is so overpriced for a total score of 2.6. I also want to show you this seasonal color, which is called ochre. Now this is going to be a light, soft, neutral tan, I guess I would call it, but it does have a little bit of like a yellowy undertone to it. Still very neutral and goes with a lot of things, but I just wanted to show you this is like a paler tone compared to the camel. And then here we have the cognac. So you can see right there, all three of those browns. This is more of like a yellow tone, and this is more caramel. This is the camel shade, and the cognac is like this rich kind of like brandy brown. So I know it's a little hard to tell the difference between all the shades, so I thought I would show you that comparison. Next is the Beri bag. This is another one that I've received a lot of questions about, so I wanted to make sure that I tried this on in the store. This is kind of like a little top handle dumpling bag that opens up via a clasp at the top and then has a little shoulder strap attached to the sides. This shoulder strap can also be lengthened to wear crossbody, so the bag can actually be worn 3 different ways, which I think is
great. I like that they also have a little magnet in the middle of the closure to really help the bag close cleanly and securely. Additionally, the grain leather on this bag feels rather durable and scratch resistant while still feeling nice and soft. But I kind of feel like this bag is trying to be too many things at once. I don't really like the way that the straps are just kind of stuck to the side of the bag, and also you cannot detach them. I would like for them to be detachable in some way. I would rather just get a smaller bag that has a little top handle and a detachable crossbody strap, like the STRATHBERRY Mosaic bag or the mini anchor bag from Oleata, or even the Songmont Luna bag, which is very easily convertible to 3 different styles, just like the Beri bag. I'll make sure that I link all these styles down below as well. It's also going to take you a hot second to get in and out of the bag because of the clasp. So that's another thing I think you should take into account.
So this is the Beri bag. One thing that I wanted to point out that the sales associate told me is that this bag does not stand up on its own just because of the shape. So I just wanted to point that out. If you think this will annoy you, maybe something to keep in mind. I guess you can kind of like perch it like on the side there, but it doesn't stand up. You mostly have to just like lie it on its side like this, or I suppose you could like hang it up like this on something if you have like a purse hook or whatever, but that's just a little detail that I wanted to let you guys know about.
Overall for the Beri bag, I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5 for aesthetics. I'm sorry guys, I just don't think this bag looks really good, and I guess that's my personal opinion. For functionality, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because you can wear it several different ways, but it's a little hard to get in and out of the bag. Quality and craftsmanship, I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5. I think it's pretty average for mid-range, not bad quality, just average. And value for money, I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 for a total rating of 3.25.
And then here's the third color for winter 2025. This one is called Smoky Green. It's not really a green though, it's more of a gray. It just has a different undertone, a slightly green undertone. It's not even a sage, like it really is, it is a gray. I have the color Stone right here, so you can see how Stone has a blue undertone and Smoky Green has a green undertone. They're both really beautiful. Personally, I like the Smoky Green. I feel like this is a very, very unique color. Still a neutral. They seem to be doing a really good job launching neutrals that have kind of like these interesting undertones. Let me see if I can, I know the lighting in here is a little bit harsh, but I feel like it's easier to understand the color when you see it next to a different gray.
And make sure you keep on watching because now it is time for me to show you which bag came home with me on this trip and if my thoughts on Polene have changed.
Whew, okay, moment of truth. I am back from NYC. I'm gonna show you what new style I picked up from the Polene flagship. And spoiler alert, I got more than one bag this time. The first one that I'm gonna show you is right here on my lap. I decided to get the Tonka bag in the beautiful rich brown cognac shade. This has gotta be my favorite crossbody bag that Polene has done so far. I usually get the most questions about the Cyme tote and then all of the crossbody bags because, I mean, we love a good functional bag here on this channel, so I totally get it. But this is definitely my favorite one that they've done so far. This actually makes sense to me as a crossbody bag. I feel like a lot of their bags, they kind of just like tack a crossbody on, whether it makes sense from a design perspective or not. This one actually looks really elegant along the body. It kind of gives me like equestrian vibes. I love the gold hardware detail. And I also love that you can change this into a shoulder bag. I think it's incredibly versatile. I really wish I had this bag, or at least I had tried this bag when I did my best crossbody bags video, which I will link down below if you want some more crossbody recommendations. Still love all of those bags, but this definitely would have been included in that video. So I'm so excited to have this in my collection now. I was really impressed, so this is definitely Sophia approved. Now, I told myself on this trip that I was only going to pick up one new bag, the best bag out of all the new styles, if there were any that impressed me, but I did cave and I picked up one other bag. I really, really liked this bag. This is actually one that I liked when I first visited the boutique earlier this January. It is not a new style, but it is a new colorway. Can you guess what it is? I decided to get the mini Cyme tote in the beautiful dark ebony brown. It's kind of like an espresso brown, but it's called ebony, with the gorgeous contrast stitching. I am a sucker for this contrast stitching. I also really like the overall aesthetic of the Cyme tote. I can totally see why this is one of the best sellers for the brand. And if you guys recall, in my first video, I picked up the larger Cyme tote in the black, once again with the contrast stitching. And I wanted to explain why I decided to get the mini version. They are very similar bags. They're similar colors. They are, the same style and silhouette, but after, many months of using the Polene Cyme tote in the larger size, I have come to find that I don't really like using this bag as a work bag. A laptop, at least my laptop, doesn't fit cleanly along the bottom. The bag tends to get a little heavy, and I think also just because of the overall shape and construction of this bag, a laptop can sort of flop around a little bit more. I think I like a little bit more structure with my work bags, and if you want any recommendations, if you want to hear about my favorites, I do have an entire work/travel bag video, which I will link down below. But in general, guys, I like to carry this bag around if I just need to carry a little bit extra with me. I don't really use it actually as a travel bag or a work bag because I find that it's just actually not big enough. I need something that's a little bit more capacious. But I think if you like larger totes, or if you need like a good mommy bag, if you're carrying around like an iPad with you, then I think the larger size is great. And for me, this is perfect. This is actually more than enough to fit what I usually bring with me on a regular basis. So this is the other bag that is definitely Sofia approved in my book. Actually, both of these bags are. I just think that they serve very different purposes in my lifestyle. And lastly, I wanted to leave you with a couple of final thoughts on what I think about the quality and also some of the newer price points that I'm seeing from the new styles at Polene. Overall, I think Polene is still a really good mid-range handbag option. I do like the fact that they really stick to their design aesthetic. I think that a lot of their styles, a lot of their designs still look rather unique. Like when you see a Polene bag, you pretty much know it's a Polene bag. Like if you know kind of a thing. And I do think that they're trying their best to make the bags look good, but also be functional, as you saw by some of the very versatile designs that I tried on in this trip. I don't think that the quality is going down, but I do think that the prices are creeping up, especially with some of the newer styles. Some of it just doesn't really make sense to me, like the Neyu belt bum bag, or like $720 for a bag made out of a sweater seems a little bit steep to me. I don't know, you let me know your feedback in the comments down below. I still think that Polene, at least for now, is worth it compared to what else you can get on the mid-range market. I just hope that they keep it in that mid-range price point. I don't know if they're looking to become more of a luxury brand with luxury prices, but I really hope that they continue to keep their bags under that $1,000 price point, preferably under the $700 price point. Given everything that I've seen on this trip, I would highly recommend watching reviews on any of the newly released styles. And if you like this video, definitely consider subscribing to my channel. I fly all over the world to try, buy, and test the latest and greatest in mid-range handbags, and I would love to share those reviews with you. I'll see you there.